What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? No Sugarcoating TV, first official episode. For those don't know, I go by Scody, Scody Bryant. Social media, all my social media, Scody Bryant, Scody, Bryant, like Kobe Bryant, but Scody, you know what I'm saying? I got that from Kobe, you know, I put it together because Kobe my favorite player and all that type of shit. But like I say, welcome to No Sugarcoating TV, where you finna get all the real, deal, uncut, raw, uncensored shit. We gonna keep it all the way G. We gonna speak on goddamn love, life, relationship, politics, anything that trending that y'all want me to speak on. Send it to my DM or whatever, and whatever I feel that's, you know what I'm saying, real enough, valuable enough, we gonna goddamn talk about it. Um, I picked two things we gonna speak on. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, I pick at least two topics. Sometimes it might be one. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the circumstance. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do that. Fuck with the real. And you know what I'm saying? This shit finna go up. Y'all help me take this shit up. But the first topic we gonna speak on is the Gucci Mane Pooh Shiesty shit. Now I usually don't get into, you know what I'm saying, other people business and shit that goddamn they got still like an open case, I think, but they still got going on. But I think that shit, everything got there, everybody already know put their 2 cents in, so shit, why not? But here we go. First off, before I say what I'm finna say, I wanna say Gucci, Guwap, they're probably my favorite rapper outside of me and Tupac. That's how much I fuck with Gucci. So I'm gonna keep it all the way G. I'm gonna try to goddamn be unbiased as possible. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak on the good and the bad from both sides. First, I'm gonna say this before I get started though. I don't condone no type of rat shit, police shit. I don't give a fuck who you will. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna speak on Pooh Shiesty first for his case. Now, from what it seemed like, from what I know, seen and read and all this shit, it seemed like Pooh Shiesty hurt. You know what I'm saying? He acting off of frustration, uh, betrayal. He felt like he was betrayed and confused. This the only good I can, the benefit I can give him. You know what I'm saying? That situation. Cause to be honest, I feel like Pooh Shiesty was, you know what I'm saying, wrong. That shit was lame and fuck how he handled this shit. Because again, Guwap is the nigga that gave you an opportunity, right? Now I will say that, like, you know, the granted score, I think they say score bit, score hit cousin. So this why I start understand the hurt, the pain, and the frustration. But they don't give you the right to try to, you know what I'm saying, point the gun at Gucci and turn you know what I'm saying, turn against the nigga that gave you an opportunity to change your life. He gave your cousin Big Score an opportunity to change your life out of strength to you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And allegedly, they tried to make it seem like he didn't help pay for the funeral, but allegedly he did that. Now, to speak on the change part, me personally, I would have let Big Scar family have the change. You know what I'm saying? I would condolences and paid for the funeral. But again, this Gucci shit, this a symbol of his label. This shit deeper than just rap to him. That 1017 means something. So I can understand it from his perspective and why he want to change that. No. So they say Gucci made like 25, 50 million off of Pooh Shiesty music. I'm gonna say about this shit, right? So you a fucking fool if you feel like Gucci didn't, if you believe that Gucci didn't get that man nothing while he was locked up, like no money on their books or something. Like, I highly doubt that. I done seen posts where Gucci done gave this man cars and shit like that, right? Now, Pooh Shiesty signed that deal to Gucci label for what, 100K or something, whatever the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? Is another thing. A lot of these rappers and shit, they get on here talking about how they would trap niggas and kingpins and all this shit, and how they ballin' all this type of shit. But they sign these weak ass record label deals and then get mad cause they can't get out of them and all this shit. You signed this shit, nigga. 100K, 200K, whatever. That shit don't last about 2 or 3 years at best, especially if you're a rapper. Shit. But that's another, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. But see, Gucci probably hurt, betrayed, That's the only thing, like I say, only thing I got against how Gucci handled this shit was on shit like me, cause me personally, I'm gonna be real, like, if that shit would've handled me, yeah, this is another thing before I say what I'm gonna do, what I would do. For Gucci defense in this situation, they say his security was like a off duty or a retired police officer and another motherfucker that was old that been with him for years and years. So if you do some shit like that to them, they gonna, yeah, like, if you do some shit like that, one of them, they gonna go run to the police anyway. They gonna beat your ass to, like what's his name said, they gonna beat your ass to the police station tail. So when you put in that position, like I say, Pooh Shiesty got an ankle monitor. His partner that helped him with the bullshit, they on social media flexing the money and jury and all that shit. So they basically indicted themselves. And then with Gucci security team, whoever the fuck he had with him, they went to the law. Now they gonna come to Gucci, the Fed, the police, they gonna come to the nigga and ask him what happened. Now if he don't, you know what I'm saying, corroborate and tell what happened, now they put him up for conspiracy and looking at him like he had a part to do with some of the shit or something like that. So now you gotta goddamn tell what happened, or you gotta go through all that bullshit. In which I think Gucci got like 2 strikes. He ain't got no more strikes. So he gotta handle that shit like that. But me personally, like I say, if I was in that situation, I would've told my team, like, don't nobody go tell nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pay y'all for y'all shit that they took, and I'm gonna book Pooh Shiesty, like what's his name said, I'm gonna book Pooh Shiesty to the show, and they gonna be the end of what y'all know for Pooh Shiesty, goddamn. Cause that's how I would handle it. But I ain't promoting and condoning no violence. I don't expect nobody to handle some shit the way I would. They just, well, you know, I'm speaking for me, cause I can't take no shit like that. But this how I feel about that. Now get to the other topic. The 50-50 shit, and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be short on that because it really simple. But before I get started, I'm gonna say this: do what works for you and yours. Whether it's the nigga paying most of it, or half of it, or all of it, or if it's the woman that's paying most of it, half of it, or all. As long as y'all contributing, and the other one I ain't feeling like, goddamn, like, but I'm by myself, I ain't this motherfucker won't even goddamn take the trash out. This motherfucker won't even goddamn do nothing like. But that's what I'm gonna say about that first. No, I'm gonna speak on the good and bad for the niggas and the bitches. So with the niggas and the females, excuse my language. If I get this talking like that, just excuse me, I don't mean no harm to the gay community or the women or nobody. But anyway, now the niggas, I'm gonna start with y'all first. Y'all bitch ass nigga, the weak ass nigga that get on social media crying about how bitches ain't shit. I'm gonna say to y'all, first of all, it just this simple. If you got your bitch off of sending her Cash App or Apple Pay off of real, you ain't smelt the pussy, taste it. You ain't hit that bitch at least 2 times. Like I say, any bitch I done gave anything over $100 to, I done fucked at least 2 times before I gave that bitch anything. So, but I gotta know a bit. And I ain't against tricking. I ain't getting none of that. But I gotta know a bit really like me and fuck with me before I go there with her, cause it ain't none of that. I refuse. I can't even go to sleep like that, thinking like, damn, I had to goddamn get that bitch some money or something like that. That bitch ain't gonna look my way. And see, that where y'all nigga go wrong yet. And for the women, I'm gonna say that it just this simple. Most of y'all like the goddamn, y'all be wrong thinking, y'all think y'all got street niggas and hood niggas, but really most of y'all, them niggas ain't. Y'all fall out of love, y'all start liking them type of niggas, and y'all start trying to go to them Russell Wilson clean cut niggas and shit like that, thinking that they gonna change something, but don't be the worst type of nigga, cause they gotta act professional and nice and safe and shit. They gotta, cause they know they can't tell y'all who they truly is, cause a bitch ain't gonna like it for them. It's the reason why they gotta goddamn pull out that bankroll. It's the reason why they gotta open up those at escrow, man, to all that shit. Cause it don't be the most pay. Them niggas pay for pussy more than anybody. Them niggas cheat more than anybody, cause they were lame and fuck all their life. But see, a lot of y'all women, this why y'all turn that way. Because y'all get with these niggas that claim to be street niggas, but they really just niggas that just grew up in the hood, but they ain't really had to get out here in the field. They ain't had to struggle like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had to have a family on their back. They ain't had to protect themselves. And even if some nigga that, some of these niggas don't even be staying in the hood. A lot of these niggas just had cousins and shit, or family member they go visit, or they start a game banging when they been down. Like 80% of them niggas ain't never struggled, ain't never shot no pistol, ain't never had to really trap, but they out here, you know what I'm saying, acting like kingpin. They come home tell they bit that they this and that, but really some weak ass nigga. And they like 85-90% of these niggas, you feel me? But see, the niggas that y'all really want, and like the street niggas, like the real deal street niggas, the very few and rare, those are the best type of niggas to have, because they understand, you know what I'm saying, a sense of urgency. They understand survival. They understand, like, I gotta get this shit by any means. I gotta protect mines, and you know what I'm saying, all this shit by any means. You know what I'm saying? They got the rugged, the rough edges that y'all like. All this shit come with it, but you gotta know how to pick them, and that's be the thing with a lot of y'all. And that go for y'all niggas too, to understand it. Like y'all niggas, the ones that be on the Russell Wilson trying to act like the good, clean cut, collar shirt, suited tie wearing ass nigga. Like, man, that shit, yeah, you gonna get a bit, and she gonna be with you for about 2 or 3 years. All that money, shit you spending on, it gonna be all fresh and clean. All that shit, it's gonna be all good. But then she gonna go back and fuck that nigga that she really like, that ain't gonna be a yes man and kissing the ass all the time. Cause y'all niggas some push-overs and weak. And the same way, vice versa. But it's all about balance. It's all about understanding the game. And see, that's another thing what women gotta understand about life and nature. You feel me? Like, this shit all goes back to this. First of all, every man ain't meant to reproduce. Every man ain't a high value man, right? And this another thing. There's more women in the world than it is men. Like, every woman is 20 to 1 man. You get what I'm saying? And this another thing, nature. It's a reason why, like, you know how they say, like, if you ever come across a motherfucker that ain't got no kids by 25, there's something wrong with them motherfuckers. And it usually be that. Because every man ain't meant to reproduce. And that's why that's why women be like, damn, I like him, but why all the men that I actually like, they got kids and shit and It's because most women gonna gravitate toward it. But see, a lot of women end up growing old, single, by themselves, because they try to settle for a nigga that maybe he alright looking, he average looking, he got an average size dick. I like his personality, and I like the way he dressed, so I'm gonna try to give it a go. And this shit run dead and dry. You feel me? Like, this shit don't last because it ain't real. But, hey, balance it out, understand life and nature, and everything gonna be okay. No Sugarcoating TV. Like, subscribe, comment, share. It going up 2026. All y'all lame ass niggas. Build an asshole. Police ass nigga. Y'all getting exposed. 2026. No Sugarcoating TV, fuck with me. Scody Bryant.